It's interesting since I muted the program. That's kind of cool. Let me go to our Twitch, get the link. And we're already just straight up live. I don't really do the muted mic shit anymore for this.
Straight up lazy.
Dude, there's this
Cheesy.
show on Twitch right now. It's called Crown, and they're streaming. They only have 8,000 viewers, and they deserve so much more because it's a cooking show and a video game show.
It's a nice little combo of things.
Yeah, it's like your partner plays the video game, and like as long as they're winning, then the chat can't sabotage you while the other person is cooking a meal. But then the sabotagers are like, wear handcuffs or blindfolded or some shit like that. And then the other person's like just playing, like today it's Mario Kart. Like they're playing Mario Kart on the side while the other guy's cooking a meal. And like the chat's like competing against them. So you'll be in there with your channel points and you'll vote and be like, So
makes sense. I like it though. I like the idea.
It's a really cool idea, but it only has 8,000 viewers. I'm like, how? Like,
hasn't caught on completely.
I guess, but it's crazy because like some of the people that are on it are like popular ass streamers and shit. But I guess people don't want to fucking see that anymore. I guess
I don't want no food with my games.
I guess not. All right, live right now on Twitch. What's up, CLD and Frankie in the chat? Thank you for subscribing, Ant-Man.
Oh man, if I'm gonna subscribe to something.
Yeah. We also got to talk about our new AI shit that we got going on. I actually forgot to add the overlay on stream.
Can't forget to carry the one. Who's getting handcuffed and blindfolded? What's happening?
The thing on the Twitch show.
The
show called Crown on Twitch, Frankie. Has a bunch of streamers and they're partnered up. Two people. One person plays a video game and tries to like win, and then the chat will be like trying to sabotage the other person who's cooking a meal, and then after a certain amount of time they switch. But if chat like does it before the person wins the video game, they get like blindfolded or handcuffed or some bullshit to make the cooking harder, pretty much. And then whoever's cooking is the best wins. I guess that's how that works.
Does the stream say on my screen anyway? It says now live streaming Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Does it really? I fucking changed it. I swear.
But right after that, it says live recording of level 126. But it still says you're streaming that game.
I hate
of level
Twitch.
126.
Hey, look, I just heard you again because I opened the stream live. Let's go talk shows and podcasts. All right.
People are gonna come in here. Wait a minute.
This isn't Star Wars.
These guys aren't Jedi.
Listen, I wouldn't mind playing that if we wanted to. I gotta figure out where the fuck the link is for this thing.
It's in Hyrule. Ha ha ha.
Boo.
You're right.
That cancels you. Fuck the hell. Everything sucks. I'm trying to get the overlay thing. The uncanny, because that's a new thing we're doing. 1 second. I think I found it. There it is. There's the link. So, we have a new situation going on our channel now. In which we have 2 AIs running, and you're muted. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now I can.
My bad.
Did you mute yourself in Discord by accident?
I did.
Okay.
I'm back now though.
Yeah. But yeah, we got some fucking AI rocking and rolling on this stream. One which you're seeing me set up as we speak. It's called uncanny.gg. I don't know how to explain it the right way. I said fit to screen. What the fuck?
Look at that little boost.
So, you'll see the boost there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing that you guys can do to help us if you want to. You don't have to, it's fine. But pretty much there's an AI right now that's watching the stream along with us. When I'm
Mhm.
playing games on Friday like Fortnite or Call of Duty or something like that, moments will happen where like, I'll get like 2 or 3 kills and this big thing will show up on stream and we'll say it'll make a big deal about it, right? Cool. We get it. But also we get to make Twitch clips from that. You guys can
Mhm.
support us through that as well. I think it's around the same price as Twitch. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, it's a new way that I figured out that we can get clips easier, to say the least. And we're gonna do that. So yeah,
So do the thing.
yeah,
Boost these nuts, said Frankie. That is a proper response.
that is very proper response. I forget how to make it show up on stream, just because like I don't know, and it's very.
How do you do it? Like I'm on Twitch and I'm like, how do I
So there
boost it?
should be a thing that shows up. Let me see if I can get in on it. There's like an area where you can test it, I guess. Um, sorry, I'm like reading this as we're doing it because it
Do it
should
live.
have already done it. But if I click this, in theory, there's the QR code at the bottom left that you can scan and boost. Apparently, it didn't do the accurate size though, so that sucks. Um, what the fuck, man? Stupid thing.
Oh man, we're doing it live for real.
Literally, yeah. It should be like big enough to see, but it's not, and it keeps making a fucking noise. I'll do that. Let's test it now. Did it show a
Oh, it was
QR
big
code?
for a second. That's what she
No,
said.
that's just a test. What the fuck? God damn it, Uncanny. Why aren't you working? I don't know how to do this. Either way, it's happening as we speak. Thank you, Jabberaft, for subbing. Either way, I'll have it
Yo,
figured out by
Jabraff.
Friday. Let's just put it that way.
Word.
Um,
Word.
I think if you type in the chat, which I'll try it, Uncanny, nothing happens.
This is
Firing
our
on all
show.
cylinders.
This is how we
Love
do
it.
this every time.
You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and turn that little overlay.
Oh wait, there it is. There it is.
Fucking bitch. I'll put it back on then. So, Uncanny is a company that provides awesome streaming tools for games like Fortnite, Warzone 2, Apex, and Valorant. They're working on ad support for League of Legends. Check them out at uncanny.gg. So, that's a thing that we're doing now, and eventually you can support us by that way. It's, I think, the same as a sub. We get 70% of the profit, though, as opposed to Twitch, who gets, I think, more than 50 from us. So, there's that. And plus, we just get benefits and shit. Well, I don't know yet. We're looking into it. Okay, motherfuckers. And then we have another
Yeah.
AI running that just automatically clips shit. So we have
Yeah,
two
we need that.
AIs in the background that are both clipping things, and then one of them that is supporting us somehow. I don't know, man. It's a time.
It is. It always is though.
But while I look at this website and see if I can figure out how to make it work, how's your night been going?
It's been going, taking care of everything on the home front. I attempted to come down here and record 3 separate times, and they were all interrupted or thwarted. I think it's a better word. But now everybody seems to be chilling. Brendan is chilling. Trenton seems to be chilling. Everybody's eating, washed up, everything, and they're in their corners. Obviously, I haven't done either one of those things because that's how this works in this house, especially on days where I got to record. But I'm good. Everything is fine. Knock on. I don't have any. This is fake wood. Knock on fake wood.
IKEA wood.
That might have done worse for me. Knocking on fake wood.
You just got to do like a Swedish prayer or something like that.
A Swedish prayer? Can you elaborate?
Okay,
I feel like you cursed me or something.
No,
I just feel like that was a prayer.
The best Swedish person that I know. Swedish Chef from the Muppets.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Moving on. Next bit.
Fell on deaf ears.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's a time.
How about you? How's your evening?
My evening is going. I've had a weird day for the past couple days where I don't know if it's just my brain's acting up or something, but I keep having like a list in my head of like this is the stuff that I want to get accomplished today,
Mm-hmm.
and then I immediately forget. Just
Oh yeah,
immediately.
didn't you send me a TikTok, a Snapchat about that?
Yeah, and like it's happened twice now. Like I actually
Mhm.
got shit done today at least. I'm working on finishing up. Hey, look, there's the uncanny AI thing in the chat. Support the stream with uncanny boost.
Better late than never, uncanny. Thank you.
I'll talk about that after we start the show.
Mhm.
Because I looked into it further while we were still talking.
Word.
But I've been working on my Red Hood cosplay, and I'm pretty much not necessarily done, but it's at least presentable to where I could go somewhere and be like, I am this person now, if
Mhm.
that makes
Mhm.
sense. That being said, this coming Saturday, the first Saturday or the first weekend of every single May is Free Comic Book Day. If you didn't know, um, if
I know
you
because of you.
if you guys aren't busy, if you'd like to, if you want to bring the fam, I have a very amazing comic shop down near me, Wade's Comic Madness, and every year it's a big sale that goes on. I think it's buy two get one free everything that's not new this like week or month items.
Mhm.
And then everybody gets free books. Like you just go in there and get a little baggie of books. There's kids books and then there's adult books, so everyone gets comics. It's really cool.
Like adult books, adult books.
I think there might be like one or two that are more like adult that might be slipped into the free comics, but they're not like lewd
Yeah,
or
titty
illicit.
books.
I don't know about
Titty
that.
books.
I don't think we get porn, but the kids books are cool too because there's
Then
like
what
a
are we
lot of
even doing?
Simpsons.
Huh?
There's a lot of Simpsons stuff in there too. So you know if you want to bring old Trenton to fucking bumfuck Levittown on Saturday if you got nothing to do, bring him on down to get some free books.
He'd be excited, I'm sure.
Hell yeah. But they also have a cosplay contest every year, and I've never done it because you know
Mhm.
I don't have the self confidence to do that in the first place. I'm now just building it up
I don't
to
know why.
where
You're a brilliant man.
the fucking QR code work. How come it works now when I'm anyway?
It
We'll get
does.
into
It
that in a
says
minute.
your name here.
Is it gonna go away?
Now it's there forever. Now this is the show. This is it.
Go away. This is great for audio amigos.
I know they don't have any idea what's going
Also,
on.
it doesn't even look like it's full. Like it's not the full QR code.
It's a janky ass QR code. It's just a Q code. It's a QR
I'm
lie.
waiting for it to go away.
I don't know.
Is it not gonna go away?
It's there forever now, yo.
All right. While I'm speaking, I'll try to fucking get rid of that shit. You know what? We're just doing this. I'll put it back on later. Anyway. Fucking ADHD, goddammit.
We'll never know if we're boosted now, Chris.
We are. I can tell you that for a fact.
I mean later.
Later we will. I'll leave it up later. But yeah, I'm gonna go this Saturday, I think. I'm gonna go to Wade's and I think I'm gonna tip my hat into the cosplay contest and see if your boy wins. I might, but the way that it works though is that like there's always like two people that have really, really good costumes.
Mm-hmm.
Like a decent amount of people that just like bought one from like the Halloween store. A couple that are like, you did good. Good job, but you know, you're not gonna probably win the main event. And then there's children that are wearing Halloween costumes.
Of
And can
course.
you guess out of all of those people who wins every fucking year?
Kids?
Yep.
I could yeah.
And it's don't get me wrong, it's fine. But like you're doing a giveaway that is $250 at a comic book like store. Like the person that wants that and would actually use that to their benefit is a person who's like, you know, in cosplay that they put some effort into. In my brain, you know? Not a
Right.
child who's going to buy stupid shit that they're not going to remember in 10 years. No offense.
I
Just saying.
understand.
And it's fine, but I'm still going to do it, I think. I think I'm going to
Why
get
not,
all
yo?
gussied up and strut my
Gussied up.
stuff
This
into
motherfucker's gonna be gussied. This
yeah.
motherfucker's gutsied.
Yeah,
Gussied,
man.
sorry.
I don't like kids. That's all. First of all, we know this. Jabber. We know I don't like kids. It's not a surprise to anybody. But that Ant just boosted the channel with 1 pack. Cool, dude. It's not on, so it doesn't see the thing. 1 out of 3.
Shit.
Look at it. Ant boosted the channel. Look at him go.
1.
It's $1.99.
I just had to figure. I just wanted to see it work after all that bullshit.
You should have told me so I would have had it on because I turned it off completely.
Well.
Anyway,
now we'll never know.
But yeah, that's what's on my agenda for this week. Other than that, not much, man. I've just been diving deep into some new ass games, and I'm excited to talk about them in this week's podcast.
Word, son.
Hell yeah. Are we ready to do that? We just
yeah. Let's do the thing.
All right, cool. Okay, intro music going now. It's me.
It's you.
God damn. This is a mess. I love it.
I mean, I feel like people come here for the mess at this point.
Oh yeah. We're doing it live. Fucking A. Welcome back to the Save Recording Podcast. As always, I'm brought here by my lovely co-host. I'm brought here by this person.
You're brought here by me.
Yeah. And you are.
I'm Ant.
That's Ant. And I'm Chris.
Who brought you here?
He brought me here.
I did.
God damn. You guys can follow us on every single social media platform that exists at Save Letter B #4 Quitting over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Titty
gang.
Titty books at the comic thing this weekend on Chris. Woo! Titty books. Titty comics.
Hell yeah.
Can I get away with naming the episode Titty Books?
I don't think you can. Without getting us somehow shadow banned in at least 3 countries, you know.
All right, well, I don't want that. Those countries are haters of titties.
Hell yeah. But speaking of titty, you can pick up some merch over on SaveBeforeQuitting.com, in which you can get some Titty Gang merch. We got the Sonic logo over there. We got Bitch Made, which Bitch Made we're gonna get back to because we have officially scheduled our next in-office day.
Yes.
For the podcast.
Finally.
So more shit's going to be coming soon. We actually have a new show that I'm not going to lie to you. I did it while I came up with the idea while high. And I think the name kind of needs some work, but the idea is good, I think.
I think that at this point, we can all just assume you're high. I think you're not high.
I'm chilling.
I think you're not high way less than you are high.
Probably. Just because, like, in my mind, it's like, why not? You know? Like, it's not hurting me in any
well
way.
said.
It's like, yeah. I'm having a better time. Like, the only time that I won't now is when I'm playing Jedi Survivor, just because, like, I need to focus a little bit more, because it's kind of a Souls game. And we'll get into that in a second. But, other than that, you can also go to our Patreon, which we're sorry, patrons. We're sorry.
Nah, they just got one. A late one, but they got one.
Which was the first one for April. It's May 3rd.
Was that really the first one for April?
It was. Because the second one for February, or no, for March, was at the second week of April.
Okay.
Because life has been pile
This is
driving
what we're
our
going to
asses.
do. This is what we're going to do. Maybe this weekend, if you just have like an hour or two, even if it's late Saturday, we should just bang out like 2 in a row.
Okay. We're going to
Just to
bang it
catch
out,
up to
guys.
ourselves.
Hell
We're going to
yeah.
bang it out.
But
So
Patreon
we do.
podcasts, you get for $5 a month, you get 2 extra podcasts a month in which we talk about anything and everything that might not even be video game related. The one we just dropped is the debut of Chris's High Thoughts, in which I bring up many multiple things about how beans happen to be just extremely weird, and then a scientific discovery that was right after that, which you have to listen to the episode for. And then somehow politics got into it too. And it was not necessarily uncomfy, but it was like, I don't know how to explain.
Good, healthy conversation.
Yeah, it was a nice conversation, but it was definitely one of those ones where you feel like you're tiptoeing a little bit, where you're not trying to you're not fence sitting per se, but you're thinking of your words as they're coming out in a way.
You're carefully articulating yourself through a delicate conversation.
Yes, so that you don't get misinterpreted. That's what I would say. Because if you interpret it one way, it's probably not right. Maybe. We'll see. But either way, check it out.
You to judge.
You go interpret what we said and see what you think.
Right.
Goddamn. And then finally, after all of that stuff, and obviously email us, say before quitting spelled out at gmail.com. You want to do that. What you see above my head right here, the boost. This is a new thing that we're trying out. It's probably going to be a little bit more interesting when it comes to like gameplay videos that come out, like when, I'm streaming a first-person shooter or something like that, or Fortnite, and then when Ant hops on, it will also be there. I'll have to set it up for him and figure out how to make it work. We'll see. But pretty much, if you click the link that is in the chat down below, you can go to support the stream with Uncanny Boost. One boost is, I believe, how much are you freaking money?
It's $1.99.
One boost is $1.99. And when we get a certain amount of boosts, I believe it's 25 total, maybe. I don't know how many we need in a row, but pretty much it'll give us the paid version of this AI app. Which will be pretty cool. If we get 3 of them, we get the boosted tier, which gives us unlimited usage, a bunch of Twitch auto clipping, and we also get 70% of that revenue share. So it helps us out a decent bit. If you'd like to do that, definitely do it. That QR code is still not fully a QR code.
It's not. It's a Q code.
But pretty much when you do it, you do the boost, your name will come up on the stream like that, and it will be boosted. And then when I'm playing like a shooter game, it'll do like a hype alert thing, which I can't test here since we're not playing a game. But all that being said, I'm glad the QR code went away. We're going to start this off the way that we always do every single week, which is Ant.
What you play this week?
What'd you play?
Can you guess?
Oh, no.
Can you guess what I played?
Don't say it. Is it a goose egg?
That's right. I played Earthworm Jim 2 for some reason.
Okay.
No, it's random as shit. I was setting up they got the old games on Switch, the Switch Online collection of all the old shit. And I was setting it up on Adrian's Switch because she wanted to see what was on there. And I ended up holding, like I set it, and how you set something up so you're holding the controller. And then I just go in, let me see, make sure it works. I go into a game and it worked. And then I just played through the entire thing. I just beat the game. Just sat there and beat it. I just sat there for 2 hours and beat that game.
Just like, so can I have my Switch or what?
Yeah, by that time she was on TikTok on her tablet, and she didn't care anymore.
Feel that.
I wanted to play Redfall last night, but that didn't fall into place. I really wanted to have be able to be a part of the conversation about that, but I didn't get to play it. It is there on my Xbox, so
you know what? If we're done here and you're free, which I don't know if that's the case, maybe we'll hop in. I'm not looking forward to it, but maybe we'll hop in.
No, man. You kind of turned me off with the way you came and told me about it last night.
We'll get into that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else have you been playing besides Earthworm? Or was that the only?
That's
Uh,
all right. That might be it.
shit.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I'm a disappointment.
No, man,
I'm a
you got
shell of my
shit.
former self.
Without getting too much into detail, you got shit going on.
Yeah, but I do a video game show every week.
You do, but you got shit going on that
The
is
only
taking
thing
precedence.
that saves me is just my knowledge and the way I keep up with video games. If I brought none of that to the table, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I just don't know names of stuff, so you're my name guy. That helps out really a lot for me. Like, I'm like, what studio did this? And you're just like, boom, instantaneously, like, this studio, fuck you. I know everything. Just got like a Rolodex of game studios in your brain.
No, it's like it's become less of a physical hobby and more of just a mental hobby now. I just
It's
do
like
research.
reading, but
Yeah.
oh man.
Well, but that's me. But I'm
Okay.
way more interested to hear about the stuff you've been playing.
Yeah, man. I've been playing a decent bit this week. I'm gonna save Redfall for last
All right.
because I think that's probably gonna be the most interesting conversation out of everything, opposed to the
Mm-hmm.
rest. So I'll just go through the usual bullshit first. Overwatch 2. Guess who played that?
I'm
More like
guessing it's
it's
you.
playing me because I'm getting fucked in that game. I don't know what's going on this season, but I will get 5 wins to update my rank, maybe like 2 to 3 losses, and every single time it'll either keep me at the exact same rank or drop me down with no explanation, no sense making. I could even win 5 games. I've won 5 games in a row before, and I've not ranked up. And I'm like, what's happening? I'm
Mm-hmm.
playing well, mathematically and statistically. If you look at my score compared to the other team, and then even my team in some cases, I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing well. But according to the ranking system, I'm not. So that fucking
That
sucks and it's been
sucks.
pissing me off. It's making me want to play it less and less, but I also just love the game. Like it's just fun to me, even in losing and raging. I'm like, it's still good. Like it's a good game. Like it's just got a bad ranking system, and that's fine. That's fine. But I've also played Fortnite, and that one is more important because if you're listening to this today live, it's the day
Mm-hmm.
before May the 4th, and they released a huge little battle pass, a huge
Right.
little battle pass. I like how I just said
Huge
that.
little. I got
Yeah,
you.
huge little. Um, but it's a separate battle pass exclusively for Star Wars stuff that includes my bread and butter of Star Wars, which is Clone Wars stuff. We got a regular clone, like Phase 2, clean white armor. We got the Wolfpack clones. We got a Coruscant Guard clone, the 501st, the 212th, and all of those. Well, the 501st and the 212th are sold in the store separately. The other stuff's in this little battle pass that, it's an extra $10 or whatever, or 1,000 coins, and you get
Mm-hmm.
Darth Maul at the end of it as well. So
Got you.
a lot of really cool items. They added lightsabers back into the game and like this weird little thing where you get the force actually. You can like throw rocks at people now, which is really fucking fun. And they also added the DC-15 blaster, which is my favorite blaster to use in Star Wars Battlefront 2, and it's good in this too.
Wait,
Somehow they
real
did
quick
it
question.
better.
Quick question.
Mhm.
So, can non-Star Wars characters get the Force?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, how the hell do they balance that?
So you literally on the map there will just be this little puck on the ground. It's a bounty puck, and
Mm-hmm.
it'll have a hollow projection of Anakin, Obi-Wan, or Darth Maul. You
Mm-hmm.
walk up to it and they say, "Do you want to do the Force?" And you say yes. This portal opens up. You walk in the portal, walk out. You have a lightsaber of whatever color it may be, and then you have the Force. You can run faster. You can do a double jump Jedi flip, and then if you hold the block button like you're
Mhm.
blocking and then hit R2, that's when you'll rise rocks out of the ground and throw them at someone. And it's fucking sick.
But, like, how much damage does that do?
A decent bit, not like enough to kill someone, like if they have full shields and whatnot,
Mhm.
but it's enough to like reposition someone. Like say if someone gets the drop on you, you can just really quickly pull out the lightsaber, hold block, and push them away from you so you can like reconvene for a second. Or even push them off a mountain, which is really funny. That would instantly kill them because fall damage, but
My
yeah.
thing with that, like, even with all the other stuff they add to Fortnite, I'm always like, but isn't that immediately some kind of crazy advantage that you
Oh
have
yeah.
over in but I
It's
guess that's
easy to
part of
get.
it, right?
It's also extremely easy to get. They're all over the maps and they're constantly respawning them. So like
Oh, okay.
you can choose to do them or not to do it, which is the thing it's funny to me because if you go up to like a little puck, it gives you the option to say yes or no if you want to get the force. It's like if I go up to that, just give me the shit and let me go, you know?
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't be coming here if not, but you get the choice. So that's a thing. Um but it's fun. It's extremely fun so far. Um other than that, what else did I play? Star Wars Jedi Survivor, obviously. This game is
Mhm.
so good.
It's when
So
Star Wars happened.
fucking good, dude. This game is so much bigger than the first one. It almost
It
feels like
looks
it's
it.
open world, but it's not. Like it's really not.
Mhm.
And the story's good, the animation's good, the fucking lightsabers that you can get are great. The different hairstyles are goofy and fun. Unlocking new areas and then coming back when you get different powers and shit to get through stuff, even more fun.
Mhm.
I've just had like a shit ass grin on my face the whole time I've been playing this game. I was playing it right before we streamed as well. And I fucking went into this one area that I hadn't been able to get to yet because you start off with the Jedi flip at the beginning of the
Right.
game, as opposed to the first game where you didn't have a flip. You just had a regular jump, and then you get the flip later, like that. Um, but one of the things you get is like a dash forward
Mhm.
while you're in the air later on. So you can do a double jump and then dash, and that dash also allows you to go through these green force fields. And I finally got to an area where I could go through the force field, and I found out that that area is glitched. It crashed my game.
I saw people with the screenshots of their game crashed.
Yeah. Um, when it's on PC right now, PC players are having a bad time overall.
Well, they dropped
Um,
the patch out, I think
yeah,
today, yesterday, or something like
I
that.
think it was today, but I haven't heard if it's fixed everything. I'm
Mhm.
on PS5 with it, and on PS5, that's the only time my games crashed. And I went on Twitter, and like everyone's like, "Okay, so it's just this elevator after you go through the green, like that fucks you." So
Mhm.
I did it twice just to make sure, you gotta double check, and it crashed immediately both times. So I'm just gonna wait for a patch eventually. I don't have
Yeah.
to go do that right now, so it's fine. I also found an area that I could get to by dashing after my double jump. And you
Mhm.
remember like the slides where you would like slide down the water every once
Yeah.
in a while? So I did that and it slid me into this pit. And I land in the pit and three of like the mini bosses are just in the same room there. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I have to fight all three at the same time.
Mhm.
And I die the first time because fucking obviously I didn't know that was happening. Finally beat them the second time, and then after the fight's over, Cal's just like, "Well, that was really fucking unfair." Like straight up, like that was unfair. I'm like, "Yeah, it was. Why did you do that to me?" And then there was nothing of importance in that area at all. It was just a boss fight to get XP, pretty much.
See, I
I'm
like
like,
shit like that.
yeah, it was fun. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but I was like, "You motherfuckers!" Like, I know
Mhm.
what you were doing to me. But other than that, man, without spoiling too much, like there's so much good in this game compared to the first one. Like the first one's good, but this one's much better in comparison so far. Cause I'm like 8 hours in. I maybe have been to like 3 planets so far, and there's still more to come. All the
Mhm.
different stances are dope. You get a gun now, so you can do like fencing moves and then just pop off with a gun.
Get a motherfucking space gat.
Dude, it's so good. And then I got the deluxe edition because I was like, I want the outfits, like
Mm-hmm.
there's a Obi-Wan one, and then there's a Luke and a Han outfit. But then there's also the guns too, so you can get Han Solo's blaster and like change every single piece of it, and I fucking love it so
I'm sure you're
much.
eating that shit up.
It's so good. It's so good. And then there's characters that are so interesting so far. Like there's this one. You go to the bar. You remember Grease, right? The four-armed captain, short
Yes,
guy.
I
Yeah,
do.
he like. I'm still learning the story of it at least, but the crew like split up. Cal's still using the Mantis as his ship, but Grease opened a bar on this like planet, and there's just like random patrons all over the place. And as you go to different places on the planet, more people come to the bar and become like
Mm-hmm.
NPCs to talk to. You find a droid that becomes the DJ for the bar that plays amazing music somehow. And there's just one character. You remember who Kit Fisto is?
No,
Did you watch the Samurai Jack Star Wars back in the day from Cartoon Network?
no.
Fuck, I feel like you would have liked that. You should actually watch that.
Probably. I liked Samurai Jack a lot
Yeah,
back then.
it's made by the same person,
Yeah.
but pretty much it's like this green alien with like tentacles on the back of his head that look like kind of like dreads, almost predator like.
Mm-hmm.
There's a female one that was in the bar. She has this big wide brim cowboy hat and like fucking these giant ass jetpacks on her boots and pistols on her sides of her hips, and she's just sitting at the bar with her hat tipped down. Like, and you go up to talk to her, she's like, "Leave me alone, get the hell
Wait,
out of here."
what's his name again?
Kit Fisto
How do you spell it?
probably has as you would think. I'm gonna trust that you know how to.
I found it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't recognize this person.
Okay. Well, that's
This
species,
thing.
but
Right.
she's dope as fuck, and randomly showed
Looks
up
like it.
and became like an actual like NPC that you can buy stuff for. And I was like, this is amazing. And then there's the best part, and this I'm gonna just full on spoil. It's an
Mm-hmm.
NPC for the bar because the bar has an aquarium that's empty. So it's this little tiny, I don't know what the species is, but he's in like a scuba suit and he has a boat, and you find him randomly as you're making your way through the worlds, and
Yeah.
he's always near like a little puddle, and he like jumps in and catches a fish to add to the aquarium. Can you guess what his name is?
No.
It's Scuba Stev.
From Big Daddy Scuba Steve. I get where it's going.
Yeah.
I like it though.
And it's so corny. And he's got like an old fisherman's voice like this, wee laddie, and I'll tell you the story of the fish. But he's this big. And you just walk up to him on his little baby boat that looks like a little Tykes boat with like a bunch of fucking Star Wars bullshit on it. And he just fucking plops in the water. It makes like the little noise. He throws the fish into it. You go back to the bar. Now that fish is swimming in the aquarium. I'm like, this is fucking amazing. And then on the top of the bar, there's gardening. You can garden, which is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also in the bar, you can play a tactics game where whenever you scan an enemy that you defeat,
Oh yeah,
you gain it as a piece, and you can challenge different NPCs that you meet to this like tactics game where you just pick, okay, they have these three characters, this is what I'm gonna pick for mine, and they're gonna go off and attack, and you have a certain amount of points, and it's all simulated. So like stupid bullshit could happen. Like I had one where there was two rocket launcher guys, my guy and their guy were both rocket launchers, and a battle droid died in the middle of the two of them. So they would just shoot, because that's all they do is stand in one place and shoot, and it would hit the battle droid, and it just went back and forth in a loop for like 30 minutes, and it would not stop. And I was like, well, I have to fucking back out, but like, it was so much fun.
Shit,
But yeah, it's so fucking fun.
I love. First of all, we talked about this. I love this type of game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like this game is giving me like I said, Metroidvania vibes, and then there's a Super Metroid Easter egg in the game.
I haven't gotten to it yet, but there is. Yeah.
I saw the clip of that and I was like, oh, they're really trying to make me play this. Yeah. And then when you told me you can scan all the enemies, like that's Metroid Prime does that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're very aware of the roots of this game,
It's
and they're
so good.
leaning into it so hard.
I fucking love
I'm just
Respawn.
I'm just loving this game vicariously through you and other
Yeah.
people playing it.
It's funny because like all I want to do is play it, but I'm also like I want to play it on stream because if I don't play it on stream, then I'm gonna play it on Friday, and fucking people are gonna be like, well, how come all of this is different? And I've missed all of this story. Like I've done so much story in the meantime
Mm.
since last Friday, and man, it's good.
I and CLD even said you should play it. It's so good. I'm very aware, and I think eventually I will.
Yeah,
Like I'm not going to start it now because next Friday all I'm going to be playing is Zelda. I'm going to play because I know me. I'll get it right now. I'll play it once or twice whenever I get a minute to jump into it, and then I won't play it for like 3 months because I'm just going to be putting all my time
yeah.
into Zelda.
Horizon kind of happened, but you were putting all your time into a baby when that came out, though. There's a difference.
Well, Horizon.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the second game. Remember, you beat the full game.
I made a good amount of progress in the second Horizon, I think, but I was doing every single side thing in that game. If I would have just like beelined that game like I did the first
Mhm.
one, I would have finished it in the time I took to do everything else.
Yeah,
But it's fine. Horizon ain't going nowhere. I'll beat Horizon 2 when they announce 3 and I'll run through it again.
I feel that entirely. But yeah, man. If you haven't played Jedi Survivor, please go play it. This game is so fucking good. It doesn't need to be as good as it is, and it just is. That's all I gotta
Mhm.
say about it. I will most likely end up playing it a little bit more tonight, and the next day, and the next day. I'm not rushing through the story. I'm just fucking. The only thing I'm rushing through the story for is to unlock the skills that allow me to do the other stuff that I can't yet. That's it.
Yeah.
But even with that, I'm still finding new areas that don't require those skills, and I've played for so fucking long already.
Right.
And I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, and then finally, the last game that we have to talk about.
Mhm.
A game that nobody expected to be bad.
I mean,
I didn't expect it to be
you
bad.
know what? Initially, like when we first
Yeah.
saw the first, like when they finally revealed it, we were all I remember that.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, this is gonna be the game.
The cinematic trailer, phenomenal. When they first showed that, I loved the characters and every single thing. Like it seemed interesting. The second time we saw it, we actually saw gameplay. That's when I became weary because it immediately looked like I don't know how to explain it. Almost like Borderlands, but without the fun. Like it's
That's
slow
what
looter shooter, but not fun.
exactly what you said is the review I was listening to while I was driving home.
Hmm.
I was listening to the other gaming podcast and they're like, it's like what game you just said? It
Borderlands.
just gave me that quick. He's like, it's like Borderlands, except nothing's happening.
Yeah,
It's not as busy.
very much so. It's also extremely buggy. That's the worst part about it. So I downloaded this game. First of all, 100 fucking gigs. Way too
Yeah, I
big.
noticed that when I was downloading it.
Way too big. It took so fucking long to download on my computer, and I'm on like decent internet. So I'm like,
Mhm.
whatever. Finally get into the game, and I'm playing with Javraf, who's in the chat right now. I host the game, and she joins on me. And throughout the first playthrough that we did for like the first 20 minutes, there were so many things I couldn't see, literally.
Mhm.
So we started on like a boat, there was a whole cinematic, whatever. And as you're leaving the boat, there's a car wedged in between like the area. You know, like how cars go on boats sometimes, like they
Yeah.
transport them. Like that door that goes up and down, there was a car halfway down, so you had to crouch there. That was where you learn how to crouch, right? It was on the left side blocking that. I didn't see it at all. It wasn't on my screen. And
Yeah.
then Anna streamed on her fucking on the we're in a Discord call. She streamed her screen and there's the car. I don't see it at all. There's a button on the wall to break the glass to open up the thing. Nothing. Not a single thing that I
Wow.
see. Then we make our way out of the boat and there's just like this really cool visual of like this frozen water that's like kind of like floating in the air. Saw that. We get to the next area and it's telling us, "Oh, you don't have to fight every enemy, blah blah blah. You can do this and that. You could sneak past him. When we get to this area, it was like these little like I don't know how to explain it, but like kind of like trenches. And I'm walking through the
Mhm.
trenches, and I'm taking hella damage, and I don't know why, because there's nothing there. I look over at Anna's stream that she is streaming on Discord. There's this red like gas that's
Mhm.
filled inside of there. Don't see it at all. I don't see any of it. It's just not in my game. Then I don't find a singular gun until I find one by accident,
Yeah.
just in a box somewhere that's off the beaten path. And it's just so bad, so bad. I'm lagging every couple seconds. I'm on low visual settings too. Like, there's no reason for this to be as bad as it is. Then we leave because our
Mhm.
game, as we cleared out a firehouse, right? Like a fire building. I don't know what the fuck you call it. Firehouse
A
is probably the
building
right word.
on fire or like a firehouse building?
A firehouse with like a pole, you know?
Got it. Okay. All right.
So we clear that place out, and after we clear it out, it like fades to black to like pretty much change the scenery. You know when games do that sometimes, where it's like fade to black and now you're somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
we're in the same exact place, same fire building, but it's clean. But here's the kicker. It didn't actually load at all. We both just had black screens with our HUD on it for the whole time until we left the game entirely. Relaunched the game. I had Anna host it this time. I could see everything, but we had to start from the beginning again. But we
So now
didn't have to.
you're playing like it looks like a totally different game.
Totally different game. I could see now. I could see I can fight. Literally, Fairly Odd Parents call me out. But it was fucking terrible. And then we get into like actual. Now that I can see, now that we can do everything, we'd go to do like a mission or two, getting like safe houses or whatever around the area that you could fast travel to. And the shooting in this game is so bad feeling. Like it doesn't feel satisfying when you get a kill at all.
Mhm.
Which is saying a lot considering for like there's obviously a lot of just regular people that are like devotees to the vampires that you can just kill whatever. They're
Yeah.
humans, and then there's the vampires, but when you kill a vampire, you get their life bar down. You need to stake them with like a gun
Yeah.
that has a stake on it. The first time you do that, it's really cool. It's not cool anymore after that.
And why is that?
It's just boring. Like it's just annoying as of that point. It's like cool. I got his health down, and he's just standing there like this, like, oh yeah, come fucking stake me. And then you're across the map
Clip that
with a sniper rifle, and you're like, what am I gonna
come
do?
fucking stake me.
Like that's all they're doing, and I fucking hate it. It's so bad. I'm literally walking around with the lowest rarity pistol, headshotting people, one shot headshots, and I'm bored. Like I can't be bored if I'm playing the game well. Like I'm killing people easy peasy left and right, but it's so bad. And then we finally get a third person in, and they join in with us. They're like, okay, so how do I play the game? We're like, yeah. Like there's not much to say. Just do the things, I guess. Pick up a gun and start shooting. That's all that there is. And it was not. I don't want to be a dick about it, but it
Mhm.
wasn't fun. It wasn't fun experiencing it with friends. How bad it was, yes. But that game, I don't want to touch unless I have to. Like,
Okay. So what do you say? Because there are a few people I've seen, Twitter, Reddit, etc., saying like, "Oh, you're just riding the bandwagon to say this game is bad. It's not that bad. Like it's actually okay. I'm enjoying it. It's not an A+ game or anything." But they said people are riding the bandwagon at this point to like dunk on this game.
I don't think that's the for at least for me. I don't think that's the
Hmm.
case. I wanted it to suck because in fantasy league Lucia picked it, so that was one reason why I wanted it to suck. Because then she loses points, and that's funny. But besides that specific thing, I was like, I'm hopeful that this is at least fun with friends. Like that's all I
Hmm.
cared about. I was like, as long as it's fun with friends, nothing else matters. And it wasn't. Like
Damn.
I was having fun because I was with my friends. I was not having fun because I was with my friends in the game, if that makes
Hmm.
sense. Um And besides my issues that I was having with like visual stuff, our third person that jumped in was having even more visual bugs,
Oh
including
shit.
when you would aim down sight with some of the guns that they had. Like they sent a Snapchat, so they had a sniper rifle, right? And it has a scope. So held right click to zoom into the scope, and then all you could see was the gun, but miniature inside of the scope. Like it, like almost looked like it
That's funny as
zoomed
shit.
in and broke it. You could not see shit from a distance with it.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was dumb. I do not like it. I'm sad how bad it is. And then
I'm
all the characters are boring too. Like
I
their
heard the dialogue
lore,
is terrible.
dude, dialogue's terrible. One of the characters that Anna played, like in the description, like when you're picking between the four,
Mhm.
her character said that he's into cryptids, like fucking like monsters and like
Yeah.
folk stories and shit like that. This motherfucking character would not shut the fuck up about cryptids the whole time we were playing. And I'm like, okay, when is my character gonna say anything? I got a fucking ghost raven that I'm sending off into the fucking ether, and I'm just silent boy? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
man.
This guy's over here like, oh yes, cryptids, I'm gonna fuck them and shit. Like, I don't.
The Raven says it all.
Yeah.
I one thing I did read about this game, and I guess it's kind of teeters in the news a little bit, was that because obviously Xbox can't catch a break lately, especially with their blocked deal. They're looking shaky right now. And so obviously all the PlayStation fanboys are destroying Xbox fans on like Twitter and shit.
Yeah.
But then what I read was this game was in production before they even became part of Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. And number two, they said that Xbox was kind of against this game initially. They didn't want to
Can't
release it,
imagine why.
but they also wanted to give Arcane and Bethesda freedom to make the game that they wanted to make.
Makes
So
sense. Yeah.
they allowed them their freedom to do that, and then they released it, which to me sounds like, well, then you either should have delayed it or told them fix this, or we're not putting it out, because it's only going to look bad for Microsoft.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know, man. Like this game is shocking to me. Like it's shocking how not good it is. Because like it's a nothing burger. Like you go into this world, there's all these fucking AIs you talk to in your little home base, but then you leave and the world is just fucking empty.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's houses all over the place that you can't get into. There's one or two that you can maybe climb a scaffolding in, and there's one vampire inside, maybe, and that's it. And then also another thing that doesn't make sense is the whole story is like there's like this queen vampire or whatever, right? And that's like what caused everything or some bullshit.
Yeah.
The thing I don't get is when you go into these houses and shit or anything outside of the fire station, there's TVs because we're in a modern world and people have TVs in their houses.
Yeah.
They're all like in like that weird like white fuzzy, like the digital noise type shit, like if your channel or your cable goes out. But then some of them have the vampire queen lady on it as if her vampire powers are also like an EMP or some shit.
Okay.
And she's just on the TV screen just being like, I'm a vampire. Yeah. We're gonna kill you. And that's it. And I'm like, how do you have this signal? How did you steal cable television as a vampire? How is that in your powers arsenal?
Listen, man, these 2023 vampires are different.
It's
they got to hook up with fucking Verizon.
Verizon vampires, yes, blah blah blah.
Vampirizon. I think that
Vampirizon might be the pod title.
Javrav kind of took it in the chat, kind of took my next statement, but she said, I'm interested in what this release means for Starfield. I think Bethesda, like Xbox, has been kind of because like the Death Loop, this, And the only caveat I can give it is these two games, Deathloop and Redfall, are made by Arcane. Starfield is made by straight up Bethesda.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that since it's straight up Bethesda, it'll be a different kind of quality. They won't just be publishing an Arcane game.
Maybe, yeah.
But at the same time, there was issues initially with Fallout 76. That was by Bethesda.
Yeah.
I know Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out after that. What else did they do? I'm looking now. Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls Blades. That was like the mobile game, I think. Yeah, they were pretty much the Fallout company and the Wolfenstein and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Doom Eternal was id. I think they just published it. I don't know, man. I'm hoping good things for Starfield because right now so much hinders on the success of that game to me with Bethesda. If they fuck up Starfield now after this and then after Deathloop, it's going to be like we have to have a serious talk about Bethesda at this point.
Yeah, it's like
because if I'm Microsoft, I'm walking into an office like we spent a lot of money on you motherfuckers.
And you gave us shit. And
we're
also,
already not looking good.
I do want to say, at least for Deathloop, I didn't hate Deathloop.
I didn't hate it either. I just think it was like amazing. Okay. Yeah.
This Redfall, shite. Utter shite. And I don't think it can get better with patches or anything like that. Because it's more than just the bugs that's going on. It's just the complete lack of focus and understanding, and it doesn't feel intuitive to play.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the worst part about it. Like, I'm playing Jedi Survivor, in which I have to hit so many fucking buttons to do different moves and shit, and that's more intuitive than a game that I just need to point and shoot at people and kill them. That's it. Yeah, I have extra abilities and shit, and I only unlocked 2 so far, but I haven't used them more than once. They're not important. They don't matter because nothing matters in this game.
Right.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, I hate to rag on it so much, but like my experience yesterday with just like technically, if we want to break it down to brass tacks of how many hours we played, was probably like 3 or 4, maybe, depending on all the issues we had.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to it. I know I will because, we're gonna fucking, rag on it as friends together at some point. But Jesus, is it not good?
Damn, man.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd at least say it was like how you just said about Deathloop. Like, it's not amazing, but it's fun with friends. It's fine. It has its moments.
I was just frustrated the whole time, like, playing it. Like, it was weird because, like, I tried to get high to, like, make it better. Like, I was like, this will make the game better. That's how that works, right?
Right.
But here's the thing. You can put sprinkles on a turd. Still a turd. Just got sprinkles on it. Sprinkles. Weed. I don't know. But yeah,
I got where you're going.
That's what I played this week. I didn't really watch anything, I don't think. So I don't have anything to update there. But
I don't have an update there either, honestly.
Yeah. We do have a decent bit of news for you guys. I have to scroll so fucking far to figure out where it starts, to say the least.
This is another week of me. I was trying to overload the news channel. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
They're gonna put out more news tomorrow, I'm sure. Or right after this.
What did we talk about last? I can't remember.
We talked about Twisted Metal, right? Yeah, we had to because I put that Armored Core thing up.
I think we talked about the teaser coming out, but the teaser came out on Thursday. And we recorded on Wednesday last week. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Hold on. The teaser for what?
For Twisted Metal. We didn't talk about the actual teaser that was released. We said there was going to be a teaser that was coming out, I think.
True. Hold on. I feel like we stopped at. Did we stop at the
Oh yeah, we stopped at the picture just of Twisted Metal because the 28th with Nintendo's thing is on
That's the first
Friday.
thing it should be, right?
Yeah. All right,
All
so
right.
here comes the news bumper.
Let's get to the news.
And we're back. Welcome to Save Before Quitting News. This week sponsored by Uncanny.gg. Go sponsor us with the link that's in chat.
Do it.
If you boost us, we get some money back, and we also get some Twitch clips so we can post more on social media for you guys of clips and shit.
Yeah. Robbie, what up in the chat?
What is up, Robbie? Oh, what emote is that again? I forget what is that.
The
Hype?
dinosaur.
Yeah, Komodo hype. It's like PogChamp. All right. You want to lead us off with the news with story number 1?
Sure. Nintendo is officially set to exhibit at Gamescom 2023 following a 4-year absence, according to the event's organizers. I think that was important to put in here, especially seeing as how they did not say they were going to E3. They haven't been here for 4 years, and we're clearly, whether they want to say it or not, getting way much or getting closer to when they need to be announcing like a follow-up to the Switch.
Yeah. We're getting to that point.
Now obviously they just have a bunch of games there. I'm sure they'll have their own event this summer, kind of how everybody else is doing around E3 times. So it's yet to be seen what is actually going to be at Gamescom, because all we got right now, is Zelda, which is next week. I know they announced Pikmin 4. They haven't said anything about Metroid Prime 4 in the longest. So I don't know. Like, I'm interested to see what they're going to announce on their own direct, but then to have this big presence at Gamescom without much else coming out leads me to believe there's going to be some kind of major announcement.
Yeah.
Why would you break your 4-year absence and not just do your own thing if that were not the case?
True. Unless they're just trying to do something since E3 is fully not a thing anymore. Maybe.
Yeah, but then they could just do their own thing.
They could. But in theory, they didn't say that they weren't going to E3, right? That was like, they just didn't say anything yet, and then E3 was
No.
canceled.
They said they weren't going. It got to the point where Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft said they were not going.
Okay. Gotcha. Damn. Yeah, they're showing something. New Mario game, you think?
Could be.
Probably. We need a new Mario game as of this point. It's been how many years since Odyssey? Like 4 or 5?
Has it? I've lost track now.
I think it's 4 or 5. I can't remember off the top of my head because I got it like way later, since you know I didn't jump into the Switch on time. But it's been long enough. Plus the movie. Like, how the fuck are you not going to release a Mario game along with the movie?
Yeah, that was I want to say a missed opportunity, but I have no idea what they had planned. Mario Odyssey was October 27, 2017. 6 years.
I was close, but no cigar.
6 years.
They had plenty of time to release a Mario game so that it came out with the movie. Like, it didn't even have to be like tagged along with the movie. It just had to be like, you know, a Mario game. Like, it could be a Mario Odyssey too, but like, here's the movie, here's the game. You see the movie, kid wants to stop at GameStop on the way home, get the game. You know, like, easy.
The game, that movie just passed 1 billion worldwide. Yeah. Like that game would have sold right along with the movie.
Yeah, you could have even done some stupid bullshit DLC where it's like, if you pre-order now, you get Chris Pratt and fucking Charlie Day to voice the characters for the game or whatever. But
it's just wahoo, wahoo.
And then Mamma Mia.
That's what happens when you die.
Every time. But yeah. Next up in the news, Horizon 3 has been teased by Guerrilla Games in a new company post, and they also teased a new exciting online project. For the next game, it's going to be Aloy lead story, continues off the ending of Forbidden West and the Burning Shores DLC. I haven't played the DLC yet. Coming to PS5 exclusively, and then Aloy is going to get a trilogy for her story, and graphics will be insane, which is interesting.
It better be. Yeah.
So, yeah. Pretty exciting, to say the least.
Yeah.
but I'm curious to see what they do with 3. Um, just because of obviously the deaths that happened this year of
True that.
motherfucking what's his name in game?
Um,
Silas.
yeah.
Yeah, so since he's technically not well not tech he's not here anymore. I'm curious if they keep the character, get someone to do his voiceover, like someone who could do like an impression of him maybe, and still keep,
Yeah.
the same in-game model, get someone else to do the mocap for the face probably. That would be what I would do personally, because there's no reason to get rid of him.
Yeah, that's true.
But without spoiling anything from story, since you haven't played the game, but still,
All
um,
good.
yeah, pretty cool. Can't wait for that.
Next up in the
Next,
news, we got the Twisted Metal teaser. They actually showed the teaser. Nothing. It wasn't super long. Um, get to see whatchamacallit at the end, Sweet Tooth
yeah,
at the end of the
Samoa
teaser.
fucking Joe, baby.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie pretty much loading up guns, loading. He has a CD case in his car. Remember those days?
Oh yeah,
And you just see him driving off. You see like gunshots and fires all on the side of the road. End of the trailer, you see Sweet Tooth in the back of the iconic ice cream truck, laughing as he slams the door.
yeah.
I like that it's not taking itself too seriously. Obviously, we haven't seen any more than that teaser showed, but
Yeah.
it looks like it's gonna have a sense of humor to it.
I think so. I feel like it's gonna be very meta, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna kind of be tongue in cheek for a lot of shit because they know how goofy this is of a game to be adapting into a show. Like
Right.
this is a game that really didn't have much story as far as I remember back in the day. It was kind of just, these are cool characters, go fucking shoot each other as cars. That's it.
Yeah. Each character had their own motivations and lore once you beat it
Yeah.
with a certain character, but that was about it.
But it wasn't like important, you know what I mean, to
Right.
the
It
game.
wasn't.
So I'm curious to see if I also don't know if Anthony Mackie's character is supposed to be like one from the game that I don't recognize. That's another thing that I'm
I don't
curious
know.
about. But interesting to say the least, especially since we haven't had a Twisted Metal game in God knows how fucking long.
True.
So another opportunity where they should have released a game alongside the show, like with Mario, but whatever. Yeah, it looks fine for me. It's a
Yeah.
Peacock show, so I don't know what to expect to say the least. But yeah. Next tip.
Yeah.
Kind of zooming through these. I dig it because we are at an hour. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
true.
Vampire Survivors is being adapted into a premium, quote, animated television series from Story Kitchen in partnership with the developer. What the fuck is that word? Poncle?
Developer Poncle. Yeah, Poncle.
Founder Luca Galante. So yeah, cool animated
How,
series coming.
like how is it not just Castlevania? Like, how do you make a Vampire Survivors animated show?
Mm.
I guess we'll find out. I
You
feel like
just
that game
copy
doesn't have
paste
enough.
Castlevania.
That game doesn't have enough
Yeah.
to have but whatever.
Didn't
Crazier
they
things
just
have been
get
done.
character animations too?
Yeah, they're just adapting any popular video game thing into a show now or a movie.
Mario did so well, they're just like, fuck it. I don't
Pretty
know.
much.
I mean, I'll watch it. If it's like Castlevania, then fuck yeah, because I fuck with Castlevania a lot. So, hell yeah.
Yeah. What we got? EA put out a tweet regarding Jedi Survivor about the PC version of the game. It says, we are aware that Star Wars Jedi Survivor isn't performing to our standards for a percentage of our PC players, in particular those with high-end machines or certain specific configurations. For example, players using cutting-edge multi-threaded chipsets designed for Windows 11 were encountering problems on Windows 10, or high-end GPUs coupled with lower performing CPUs also saw unexpected frame loss. Rest assured, we are working to address these cases quickly. While there's no single comprehensive solution for PC performance, the team has been working on fixes we believe will improve performance across a spectrum of configurations. We are committed to fixing these issues as soon as possible, but each patch requires significant testing to ensure we don't introduce new problems. Thanks for understanding and apologies to any of our players experiencing these issues. We will continue to monitor performance across all platforms and share update timing as soon as it is available. And that is by the Star Wars team. They have, since they put out a patch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that's performing. I haven't seen an update on that. Hopefully it's doing everything they want it to do at this point.
Yeah.
But
we
ain't got to worry about that. Y'all got that on PS5.
True. I don't understand how games are put out before they're properly tested to make sure that they're going to work, if that makes sense. Like,
that makes a lot of sense.
In my brain, this game has to be tested before it gets put out. So that means that it's being tested on multiple different systems, not just PlayStation, not just Xbox, but you're also doing it on different PC setups. You got to do it on like more than one in my brain, you know? Like you can't just be like, "Oh, this one PC, it worked perfectly fine." Like, no. You got to do like a small group of people, like, 10, 15, all with different PC setups, and shoot the game over to them, test it, see what happens. If it's not working, then you put the game on hold. But I don't know why we don't do that. That being said, it's run perfect for me on PlayStation 5.
There you go.
Hashtag
the winning team.
The winning team. The blue brand, baby. I'm gonna skip past this one thing right there just because we're gonna talk about it in a second. I already technically talked about it, but there was a rumor that went around last week. I don't know how to feel about this.
She debunked it.
It has since been debunked, but The Fantastic Four is a movie that is coming to Marvel soon. This is the third adaptation that we will be getting, and the one that will be canon to the MCU. But it was reported somehow that Mila Kunis of that 70s show fame, was in talks to play the Thing, the giant orange rock person.
Even when it came out, I was like, "What?"
Yeah. I wasn't a fan of this, obviously. That being said, I wasn't any of the abysmal people in the comments that were like, Disney's going woke, they're gonna be broke. Like, that's fucking stupid. But needless to say, thank God she debunked it. And hopefully it's not her in the actual movie. I don't want that. I would like a faithful adaptation, please and thank
you. Yeah.
And then we can do weird shit afterwards if we would like to. Just give me a little bit of a correct. Get it right once. You've tried it twice already. Don't fuck it up a third time.
Don't take any chances with this. Just do the job correctly.
Please and thank you. But,
right. Next up, I mean, we kind of covered this, but Redfall's review started leaking early.
I think it was the day before, right?
The day before the game came out. Now, typically, generally, reviews come out before the game does anyway. Like, I think Jedi Survivors came out almost a week before the game did. It was a couple of days before the game did. Before a good game came out. Typically, when a company withholds, like, doesn't allow outlets to put out reviews until the game comes out, it's generally a clear indication that they don't feel like it's up to par, which was the case with Redfall. No reviews dropped until Redfall, the game, came out, but this leaked. And without going over everything we talked about, the title for the review was Redfall review in progress, one of the worst games so far in 2023. So that kind of put a taste in everybody's mouth for what we were in for when it came to Redfall.
I'm not gonna lie, I think that's pretty accurate so far, sadly. But I don't know. Maybe they fix it. Maybe they don't.
Maybe. I feel like you could fix the mechanic, but like, is the game going to be different?
I don't think so.
There was a fuller, like, the actual review that they were referring to did leak, like, at least a part of it, where they gave it a 4 out of 10. But a lot of it is kind of what Chris was saying. Redfall's an anomaly because a game with this good of a team behind it can't possibly be this bad, and yet it is. There are these drips of looter shooter RPG and multiplayer elements sprinkled throughout, but none of them work together, delivering a messy and almost incomprehensible experience. Still, gunplay and exploration stay consistently fun, thanks to the satisfaction. Thanks to the Chris said it's not true. Thanks to the satisfaction of taking down enemies and the level design. That being said, the single player campaign is dull, but the multiplayer campaign could provide bouts of fun comprised of laughing at the strange AI behavior or the fact that no one can find keys to a door. 4 out of 10.
Yeah. I will say there's one goofy thing, like you can stay crouched and be like sneaky, and you could just walk up behind someone and hit the F button to melee, and it just fully kills them.
Mhm.
But like the hit that you do is like a normal looter shooter hit, as opposed to like, you know how in like Call of Duty, if you melee someone, it's not a one shot kill,
Yeah.
and anymore at least, and like you would need to use like a knife if you have like the pistol set up, or you know you hold down the melee behind them and then it does like the assassination situation.
Yeah.
Assassination situation. Ooh.
It's beautiful.
But it doesn't do that at all. It's just like, ha! And then like they're just fucking all over the place, like ragdolling, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? It's bad. But yeah, I don't know. It's not a good game.
Understood.
Next up, I didn't actually watch this trailer, so I'm gonna need you to walk me through whether or not it looks decent or not. But
It
Gran
looks
Turismo.
decent. Gran Turismo, the official trailer for the movie came out. It looks decent. It's very that was my one thing about it. It's very like by Gran Turismo because it's a game. I mean, a game. It is a game. It's a movie that is about a kid who's like super good at Gran Turismo to the point where they allow him to race in Gran Turismo. Yes, because his skills are that good. And of course, I think it was his dad in the trailer saying like, you play the game, you lose, but if you do this in real life, you could die. Like the stakes are different. Like I only watched it once, so I know I'm missing pieces of it, but it doesn't look bad though.
That's an interesting story. I
like how they like. I like that they like don't shy away from the fact that this is a game. It is a movie based on a game. To the point where the game is, yeah, to the point where the game is in the movie about the game.
Video game, the movie, the game in the movie game.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Goddamn. I don't hate that. I will say it is interesting seeing Orlando Bloom on the poster, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
And then also David Harbour just does not look right in a NASCAR outfit. I need him in cop outfit like Stranger Things.
But it's weird because like I guess just because of what we just said, like it's about, because the trailer even kind of like, I feel like the trailer just is the movie. Like you see what's going to happen. He's playing the game in the beginning, then he gets recruited to actually race. Then he's practicing by playing the game. Then he's practicing by driving a car, and he's bad at it because it's not the game, but you can tell that's like the training montage. And then you see him racing like a rival at the end while people warn him that, hey, this isn't a game. If you fuck up, you could die. And you see that struggle at the end of him racing. You even see him pull ahead and people cheering. I'm like, did I just watch the movie?
I bet you that they do something where it's like he loses his first race and he actually does crash, but then he comes back around and does it again and wins.
No, in the trailer they show him crash. They show him crawling out of a car.
So yeah, that's the first. Yeah, he crashes the car in the first big time race, and then they think it's all over for him. This fucking kid who was a video game prodigy. That's all he was a video game kid. But then he comes back for his second race, and that's when, you know.
Yeah, because there's a guy teasing him like, this ain't no game, blah, 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 blah. You can tell they get into a fight.
Yeah, so dumb.
But as a movie, like it looks like it's well done, well produced, well
formula.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a bad movie.
Yeah. All right. Interesting to say the least. Next up, if you want to look more in depth at the Star Wars stuff that is in Fortnite, we do have images posted in our Discord, exclamation point Discord, in the chat if you'd like to join on up.
Mhm.
But like I said, there is a new battle pass that has been integrated into the game called Find the Force. You pretty much just do challenges to unlock X amount of points that stack until you get to the very, very end. I've
Mhm.
completed all the challenges for the first week because this is a multiple week event. Um, and I think I've gotten up to the third level in it. So after that, there's going to be another set of challenges that comes out in about 3 days, I believe, and then there will be a third set of challenges, like all Star Wars is in trilogies. So there'll be 3 sets of challenges that you can get everything with. Pretty
Mhm.
easy. I'm a big fan of this because I think Fortnite kind of fucked up a little bit where they added Ahsoka, not Ahsoka. I wish they added Ahsoka. They added Anakin and Padme as their own little 2 things in the store, and those are both $22 each for their bundles, right?
Mm.
And then
Okay.
to get the clone troopers, both the 501st clone trooper and the 212th, which is just a color variant of what you're seeing on the top right, they're technically completely different characters, even though they're clones, and they're only
Mhm.
charging 800 coins, which is or 800 V bucks, which is $8. So for me, I'm like, you guys are idiots because you could have charged like 1,000 each, and I would have bought both
You still
personally.
would have bought them.
Yeah, because like they're different battalions, like they're completely different characters. Like these are just the grunts of those battalions. Technically, they're not like specific characters, but like each individual clone is its own person, and each clone in its different battalion is its each different clone. So
Mhm.
I want as much as I can. Ryan did mention it was weird that most of the time when Fortnite does stuff like this, like with like Spider-Man, they'll just make it a different like skin on the same exact like you could edit your skin pretty much. It's like it's one skin as an option to choose. You hit square and then you could choose your style pretty much.
Yeah.
For this, each one is its own skin. It's not like a style you can change through on like the main white clone. It's just like here's the 501st, here's this one. And then when you get these 3 from this battle pass, they'll all be separate as well, which is interesting, but I'm also like fine, I'll take skins for cheaper. I'll do it. I didn't buy Anakin though. I didn't want him. So, yeah, pretty cool
How
to
come
say
you
the
don't want
least.
me, man?
I don't need Anakin, bruh. I don't need to spend $22 on baby Darth Vader. I got real Darth Vader, yo.
Word.
But yeah, that's about it for that.
Okay. Scroll down here. Um, the
This thing,
Asus ROG. Hmm?
this thing looks goofy to me.
The Asus ROG Ally release date confirmed. The Asus ROG Ally, for those who don't know, is Asus ROG's version of a Steam Deck. Um, Let me try if I can find the specs real quick. Uh, it'll be $700. Uh,
How much was the Steam Deck again?
the highest one was 600 something. It'll have you can get Game Pass on it. You can put GOG on it. It comes with Windows. Um,
Okay, that's a selling point.
Steam. It is like I get the perks of it. I just don't want to buy this now after buying.
Yeah, I will say the Windows thing is the
Yeah, that's
selling point
great.
more than anything else.
It
Just
comes Game
because,
Pass ready, and so you're not like just trying to stream it from
yeah.
onto a Steam Deck.
Hmm.
It's tempting, but I can't. I'm not about to drop another. I'm not about to drop $700 right
Oh,
now
not in the
on
least
that.
bit. No, no. It is funny to me though because I did just buy a Asus Republic of Gamers laptop. So like
Hmm.
technically, I'm in the
You're in the
Republic of
family now.
Gamers. I'm in the Republic. Um,
Welcome to. I almost got a Republic of Gamers before I found my computer.
yeah, it's pretty good so far. I'm not gonna lie, but that's beside
Mm.
the point. Um, this is goofy to me. Besides the Windows being very clutch, because the Steam Deck, that's the one thing I feel like they failed with is the fact that it has to be a Linux system. You can install Windows if you want, but if you do, excuse me, if you do, you have a chance of fucking up your Steam Deck entirely.
Mhm.
And that kind of like voids the warranty apparently. Like so you can't like send it back and be like, "Oh, put Linux back on, please." Like that's not a thing
Yeah.
cuz you fucking changed it. Um but having native Windows and like a device like this and being able to run Game Pass, most likely Overwatch 2 with the Battle.net launcher, Fortnite with what do they got? Epic Games launcher. Can't do any of that on the Steam Deck. So
Right.
it's definitely a competitor where I could say like, okay, this gives me more options. Plus, obviously, you can get Steam on it. There's no way in
Yeah,
hell you can't get Steam on it. So like,
you can. It said it in the what I was
yeah,
just reading, the specs.
yeah,
I
it,
if I had just some if I had disposable income that I just wanted, I could just throw at this,
yeah.
I would get it even just for the sake of us having one as a collective, so we
Yeah,
could just fuck around with it.
you want to split
But
it?
I'm out, huh?
You want to split it? Oh Jesus.
Don't tell me that. Now you got
Okay,
my brain working. What?
maybe. we'll we'll see. We've got Steam Decks at home.
Yeah, like yeah, exactly.
We
It
have
would
our
be.
Asus ROG Allies at home.
It's more so. I don't know. This will if we just. This isn't something I feel like we're going to be running to when it comes out. Like we're
Oh
not trying
no,
to catch it on release date. This will be sometime later on. We're like, all right, let's seriously think about fucking around with this thing. It'll be a decision like that.
I could see this becoming like a clearance item. Not even to be like rude to Asus, but like when you have the Steam Deck that's already been out for X amount of time and it does everything besides the Windows capability, there's not much more reason for getting another one if you've already got the Steam Deck. And most people already got the Steam Deck in my mind.
Yeah.
I don't see people going out of their way to buy this, even if they're normies or actual gamers. So I could see the price shooting downhill very quickly just because there's other options out there and some of them kind of are better. So we'll see
I'm
though.
interested at this point just to see the reviews of this thing,
Mhm.
just so I know a little bit more about it. The release date is oh shit, May 11th. That's next Thursday.
It's coming in May.
You might want to switch that up. Think about what you just said.
Shit.
Uh, just clean yourself up afterwards.
Uh, fuck.
It's
I'm glad our
coming
chat
in
is not
May.
necessarily active at the moment, so there's nobody clipping that. Great.
Oh man.
We ready to move on?
We can move on for your sake. Let's go.
Next up, Xbox Games just announced a showcase that will live stream on June 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, followed by a Starfield Direct. So we're getting the Direct for the Starfield and an Xbox Game Showcase all in the same day, apparently. Xbox Showcase Extended will air on June 13th at 10 a.m. with in-depth interviews focusing on news from Xbox Game Showcase as well as game updates. I like that because in a lot of the showcases that we see, there's always those moments where we're sitting there like, can we move on?
Yeah, yeah.
And like they go like the behind the scenes in the game studio and stuff. And not saying that those aren't enjoyable, but if you're announcing games, announce games, give me a game trailer, give me gameplay, or give me a teaser, something like that, short, sweet, maybe a date, and that's it. I don't
Mhm.
need interviews behind the scenes about how this and that is a thing that you've added to the game and this is your inspiration. I don't need that for the showcase. You want to add
Right.
that as a later thing. If I'd like to go find it, I will watch that additionally, personally.
Makes sense. Right.
Don't force me to watch it. That's dumb. So, that'll be a thing that we watch probably in the next
Yeah, that luckily this is on look, I think it's the week. It's
3 days after
Saturday?
Summer Games Fest,
That's right. That's
according to
right. That's
you
right. That's right.
in the Discord.
According to me. So that's was it June 11th? Yeah, it's a Sunday. Yeah, we can fuck it. We'll stream this.
Probably. We'll also be covering Summer Games Fest as well because we have half days that day, baby.
Yeah, and I'll get to the other rumored conference that's coming, but
That's
we've been
right
doing
next.
Yeah, I know. Well, let's just get to it first, and then I'll say it.
All right.
Um, huge PlayStation 5 Pro. Well, huge as in the news. Somebody tweeted.
Huge.
PlayStation 5 Pro is coming along with multiple hardware. PS5 Pro dev kits will be sent out to first-party studios within the next couple of months. Third-party partners will receive theirs by the end of 2023. The estimated launch of the PS5 Pro is the fourth quarter of 2024, so next holiday. Tom Henderson of Sony states that PS5 Pro could be canceled, but he can confirm with 100% certainty that it is currently in development. New PS5 with detachable disk drive is coming later in 2023. The detachable disk model is set to replace the existing two models within a year. Wow. System might possibly be revealed on the upcoming PlayStation Showcase. Project Leonardo officially announced customizable accessibility controller. Two new wireless audio hardware for PS5, Project Nomad, which is wireless earbuds, and Project Voyager, which is a wireless headset, expected by the end of fiscal year 23. A portable PS5, codenamed the Q-Lite handheld accessory, which features remote play and adaptive streaming for up to 1080 at 60 frames per second. The Q-Lite looks like a DualSense controller with a big screen in the middle and will have haptic feedback. That's pretty cool. Which one are you hyped for the most, and what do you hope to see from the PS5 Pro? This is my bad. I said Tom Henderson of Sony. It's not. He's from Insider Gaming, which is a very, very reputable gaming news source.
I don't think we need a PS5 Pro.
We don't.
Why is it the one that gets me? That's funny to me is Tom Henderson states the PS5 Pro could be canceled, but he can confirm that it's in development. Why? We already established that Sony and PlayStation, while they claimed to, do not believe in generations from the launch of PS5 after they launched it, because we kept getting PS4 ports of games that should have been PS5 exclusively over and over and over again, even AAA games that were from the studio that did not need to be. We've hardly gotten PS5 exclusive games so far. The most that I can think of with absolute certainty is Returnal, and that's the only one that I'm like 100%. Yeah, that's cool, but it didn't use everything the PS5 had to offer. It was, kind of like the Astro's Playroom, but not the tester game, if that makes sense. Like it was dabbling in what the PS5 could do. I don't know, man. It just seems like a waste of time, a waste of resources. The new PS5 with the detachable disk drive. How the fuck are you gonna detach a disk drive? Unless it's just a USB that you plug in and then there's a disk drive on the side, which is just ugly. You know? Like this is so fucking sleek, as much as people want to joke about it and say that it looks stupid. But like the disk drive on ours that we have, it just slides onto there, no problem, easy peasy. Like the most that I could see them doing is like adding like a cover that you could like cover up the disk drive. You want like a smooth surface maybe, but like there's no reason for any of this shit. The customizable accessibility controller, dope. That's cool to see. Love accessibility shit. Wireless hardware, I will never buy a wireless earbuds for a console. That is stupid.
No, same.
Project Voyager wireless headset. I'm curious what the difference is between that and this thing that I hardly use now. So, yeah, I don't know.
I think like as far as the Pro, it says Tom Henderson states that PS5 Pro could be canceled, but can confirm it's in development. It's like, so then that it's not necessary right now. PS5 came out in 2022. Wait, no, yeah. When did PS5 come out?
I feel like it was 2, but it could be 1. Like end of the year 2021.
Released. Oh, I'm sorry. 2020. I'm tripping. November 2020.
Shit.
And that time flew fucking
And we
by.
still
That's what
don't
made
have PS5 exclusive games.
Ratchet
We
and Clank
believe
and
in
Returnal.
generations. Oh, fucking forgot about Ratchet and Clank. Thank you for that, CLD. Shit.
But
That was a
I
good
still
game.
don't think it was a great game, and I get what they did with it, but that was them like, here's a big game out the gate. They didn't completely take advantage because how could they out the gate like that? You would need more time to fully ingratiate a game into the current gen ecosystem, right? I don't 2020, we don't need a PS5 Pro. We don't need to even talk about a PS5 Pro until like 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Then it could be like, okay, it's been 5 years. Because I feel like this generation didn't even really kick off until maybe right now. We still don't even have not yet, but I think this year is when it's going to kick off. I mean, like Spider-Man 2, that was obviously in development for a while, developed strictly for PS5.
Yeah.
Like, think about, like, people are going crazy over the Burning Shores DLC for Horizon because it's built for PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so we're just now getting things that take full advantage of current gen.
Frankie's right. We need a GS5, bro.
You upgrade a GS5, it just becomes an NES. It's not even in the last 3 generations.
Damn. Accurate. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's so unnecessary. Like, it's
I just feel like there's no need. We haven't even see. You know what? I want to see and we'll get to these titles too. Ghost of Tsushima 2 and Wolverine. The only reason I'm not putting it all on PS5 on Spider-Man is because I'm sure parts of Spider-Man are built off the technology they used to make Miles Morales and Spider-Man PS4.
For sure. Yeah.
They're not going to change that. Obviously, it's going to look dramatically better. Obviously, it's on PS5. I'm not taking away from it, but we know Wolverine and things like Ghost of Tsushima 2 that are coming it's built with the knowledge of the PS5 and like built from the ground up with fresh new mechanics.
Yeah.
Like what's coming up in the next year or two is going to let us know everything we need to know about the capability of PS5.
For sure.
So Pro, I don't want to hear PS5 Pro, and we don't need that. We're nowhere near. We're nowhere near needing that.
Yeah. The only
PS5 ain't struggling.
Maybe like storage could be better. That would be the only thing that I could think where it's like, this is a Pro version of the PS5 because there's an extra like 10 terabytes of storage or some shit, like something crazy, because we're not getting better visually anytime soon. Like, we're already in like 4K with the PS5 or the PS4 Pro, because that can get to 4K, I believe, PS4 Pro. But like, there's nothing better. Like, visually, there's the next thing there's gonna be is just like, it's smell-o-vision from fucking Willy Wonka, Like, we're gonna just be able to reach in and get our Wonka bar from the fucking video game. That's all that I can see happening next, which would be dope. I want a Wonka bar, baby. But
you can get that from the store.
Like, you can't get a Wonka bar from the store.
You can buy a Wonka bar.
No, you can't. They don't exist.
What? They sold. I'm gonna find it.
I feel like it wasn't like a real Wonka bar though. It was probably some bullshit like shitty chocolate.
Yo, but it's the name. It's the brand Wonka. Like, you can get a Wonka bar. I'm looking at it right now.
Wonka though.
Huh?
It's not made by Wonka.
I mean, well, that Wonka doesn't exist.
That's the point. Wonka doesn't. It was made by like Mars or some bullshit.
Well, yeah,
it ain't real.
What are we doing?
I want the real deal. I want the everlasting gobstopper that looks like a fucking Tetris. What, not Tetris? What is it called? Rubik's Cube, but exploded. And then I want the fucking full meal gum. I want that. I want to be a fucking violet, turning violet. I want that. Episode 26.
I'm sorry.
Ghosts gaslight themselves.
What does it mean? How do we gaslight ourselves?
Wonka bars are real.
Oh, yeah,
the real me. Next up in the news, after all that PlayStation jargon, speaking of free comic book day this coming Saturday. If you would like to go get a free comic book, one of the free comics that is going to be coming out is Spider-Man 2. That is an interlude in between the last Insomniac game and Miles Morales into this game. So it's not necessarily like must-read material, but if you'd like to know what's going on in between, right here.
There you go.
So go get that for motherfucking free comic book day. I'm gonna do this one really quick, so then you can talk about all the Sony stuff because Jesus Christ, Star Wars. We're getting more Star Wars from Respawn
by the people who need to be making everything next to Insomniac.
Respawn is probably the best studio right now for me. Respawn and Insomniac are like fighting tooth and nail for my heart, and it's fine. But in the works,
fight over me. Fight over my wallet.
Vampire.
Oh, Respawn and
come stake me. God damn it!
Come stake me.
But Respawn is working on 2 more Star Wars titles. One that is a first-person shooter, and another that is a strategy game. Strategy, not my thing. Not a fan of it, but I'll probably play it because it's Star Wars. First-person shooter, I'm interested because we do need a new Star Wars Battlefront, in my opinion. I think
made by Respawn. Man, did they make the other ones?
No.
Or was that just who was it? EA?
Yeah, I think it was just EA.
I will play any first. Well, I didn't play I played Apex a little bit.
Yeah,
but any shooter made by Respawn, I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm 100% on board with it. I'm curious to see if it's going to be a new IP, not new IP in the sense like I'm curious if it's going to be a new story, or if it's going to be like a Mandalorian game, or like a bounty hunter game or something like that, or with characters that we know. I'm curious about that. If not, that's also cool. Strategy game, I'll just take it as it is. And I forget where it was. I didn't look up the actual story. We should have pulled up the story that I sent you on TikTok that about Jedi Fallen Order and Respawn.
Oh shit, yeah.
But just to sum it up briefly, there was a guy on TikTok that Ant and I saw the video of, in which he was talking about how the team at Respawn originally wanted, I think it was specifically Cal, to be a black character. Just like to be black, and that's what they were pushing for.
To be black.
And then EA came in and we're like, yeah, but we already got 2 of them. And then ixnayed the whole entire thing.
We already have 2.
We already have 2. Why do we need more? Meanwhile, every other fucking character is bright white, and then they choose the brightest white person in the world to be Cal Kestis, which it wasn't me, unfortunately.
That blew my mind because, like, they berated them and said, "Well, there are already 2 black people."
Yeah,
and it's like we don't even. Why is it a problem? Now, I don't even like necessarily care up until the point where they say they're pushing back. Yeah. If you could be like, if they're like, if the plan was to have this character, whatever. If the plan was to have Cal from the beginning and he was just is a white guy, whatever. It doesn't take away from how great the game is. But the fact that they started out like, hey, we just want Cal to be black, whatever. And they were just like, no. Like, it's a huge problem is crazy to me.
It just shows how much Respawn as like a actual company is doing so well with wanting to bring diversity to their game. Like, look at Apex. How many fucking different diverse characters they have on that roster. It's insane how many people are represented with the characters they got. And it's great. And then it's almost ironic too, because in my mind, they probably not even wanting to do it for this reason, but like this is around the time that the sequels are happening when the first game comes out, you know?
Yeah.
So we have Johnny Boyega playing Finn in the movies. In the first movie, getting to use Luke's lightsaber, and everyone's like, holy shit, we're finally gonna see our first like Black Jedi. We get representation, and like that was like a thing. And then they stripped that away from the movies. And now here comes Respawn, like, okay, well, let's give them this character. We'll do it because they fucked it up in the movies, and we'll do it. And then EA was like, nah, fuck you. Here's this ginger pale boy. The opposite end of the spectrum, quite literally.
Very much
Which
so.
is insane. It's so insane. But needless to say, Respawn, you're phenomenal. We love you. You're in my books, Respawn is at the same level as Insomniac. In my books, I think. They're like neck and neck for first place. Well,
Yeah,
not first Black Jedi. I'm not like, first one for kids of that time period, Like every single trilogy is for a different set of kids. Like the OG trilogy was for the boomers. Then we get the prequels, that was for us. That was, our thing. And then the sequels is for the kids of today, So like their
mhm.
first dive into it because obviously Mace ain't coming back, sadly.
Mace Windu.
Next up
Moment
in
of
the news.
silence. Moment of silence for Mace Windu.
Moment of silence.
Next up.
This is the last bit of news, I think, right? Holy shit,
Yeah.
thank God, because we're almost at 2 hours.
So yeah, we ain't did 2 hours in a while.
God damn.
Now, Sony's next PlayStation showcase will reportedly, quote, blow your balls off and put all prior E3 shows to shame. That blow your balls off is a direct quote. I read the entire article. He said
Yep.
that. But now, a lot of discussion. The rumored date and time, I guess, is May, which we're in May now. So
It's May.
I think they need to they better say something soon. I mean, or obviously it could be June because that's E3 time anyway. And that's when everything else is happening. But right now, the rumored time is May. So we'll see what they decide to do.
Holy shit.
Before I get to the list, if it's May, if Sony comes out and like, yeah, next Wednesday, and it's at fucking 1 p.m. Like, you mother, now I got to take off early. And I'm like, I got to hit you up. Like, what are you doing? We have to stream this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If this is something that happens like next week, I'm requesting off for like the whole entire. Well, I mean, like, maybe a half day is fine. I mean, I work from home, so I could probably do that. Yeah. Either way, it's a long walk from there to here. I need that hour in between, from 1 to 12.
I don't know. Like, I feel like it could be any point in May, but anyway, I say that to say, keep your ears to the streets, or for those who haven't, join the Discord.
Yeah.
Join the Save for Quitting Discord. You'll be up
here first, or maybe second when you post it yourself, and then we say thank you for posting.
There you go. Now, on to the list. A lot of discussion around PlayStation Showcase. PlayStation has a lot to announce. Here is what they are highly likely to announce. Now this obviously isn't from Sony directly. It's all subject to change, and of course, I'm sure there'll be surprises. But for what they have coming up, and for what they have kind of already announced, I feel like this is pretty accurate going forward. It's a high likely that we will see these things. Spider-Man 2 gameplay. Ghost of Tsushima 2 announcement, which I think they already said they're working on a sequel. So
yeah,
the announcement is pretty much imminent. Wolverine trailer. What do you think about that?
I feel like we'll get a trailer, but we won't get any gameplay in the trailer.
I definitely don't think we're going to get gameplay.
Yeah, we're not getting anything anytime soon that's like worth a damn. Like, here's the thing: the story can be great, but this could be a tactics top-down shooter game. Like
I
know, but like we don't know shit. That's the point. Like, it could be anything. It could be a dating sim for all I fucking know.
If Insomniac comes out with a Wolverine dating sim, do you know how the rage in people, the adamantium rage,
you know how rich we'll be if I guessed that?
Will we? How will we be rich? How will we get paid
I would
that?
be, as of that point, I'm a prophet. I'm sending this clip everywhere that I predicted that Wolverine was going to be a dating sim, and they need to hire me so I don't release everything else because I'm just immediately thinking of it and it comes out and it's accurate and true. So they need to pay me to keep
Right.
my mouth shut.
Got it. So, Wolverine trailer. Fire Sprite, who we talked about last week getting acquired by Sony,
Yep.
is a AAA narrative adventure game coming. Sony Santa Monica, new IP single player announcement. Naughty Dog Last of Us Part 2 Factions gameplay, which has been talked to death. We're just waiting to see what that looks like. Blue Point original AAA game announcement. Haven, a cloud multiplayer announcement. Deviation Games multiplayer announcement. Firewalk multiplayer announcement. Valkyrie Entertainment Guns Up 2 announcement. What's Guns Up 1?
I don't know.
All right, moving on. Team Ninja Rise of the Ronin gameplay. We saw a little bit of that wasn't that at a showcase, another PlayStation showcase? The one that had the Ishin game in it. It was the same showcase, all the ninja shit.
I think so. I could be wrong.
But I remember that name. Kojima production Death Stranding 2 gameplay. I could see that happening. Mm-hmm. Arrowhead Helldivers 2 gameplay. Fire Sprite again. Multiplayer new AAA IP action shooter announcement. Insomniac Games multiplayer project announcement. Insomniac again. Bungie unannounced AAA project.
Bungie.
I feel like this is a very solid list.
For sure. I'm curious what Bungie could be, because they haven't done much besides Destiny 2 in a while, as far as memory serves.
Same.
But
I think they said Sony was tripling down on like multiplayer games.
Yeah,
that's why they got a lot of these companies, especially companies like Bungie and Fire Sprite. So yeah, I'm sure they're going like balls to the wall with that type of shit. Insomniac, I'm interested in whatever this multiplayer project is by Insomniac. Mm-hmm. I mean, is that just Killzone? Are they bringing it back?
Could. It doesn't say new, so a lot of the ones that are like new IPs and stuff are saying that. So a multiplayer project announcement could technically be Killzone returning. I don't know.
I think it's time for them to have their own multiplayer like shooter.
Yeah.
And to bring Killzone back while Insomniac is like on fire, like this is the time.
For sure. I definitely agree. I don't remember what fucking Killzone looks like. What does it look like again?
It's a shooter. I think I played one Killzone game.
Is it in the same universe as Resistance or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Resistance wasn't by Insomniac?
I don't remember. Let's check. Resistance Fall of Man. Let's see who it was made by.
And it was Insomniac Games. It could be Resistance. They could be bringing Resistance back.
Fuck Killzone.
They have options.
Fuck Killzone. Resistance. That shit was my shit when I was a kid. That was like my first dive into first-person shooters, where everyone else's was like GoldenEye and shit. Mine was fucking Resistance, man.
I remember when Resistance was out. You know what? The more I think about it now, the more I'm more leaning towards it being Resistance than Killzone. They're both way overdue to come back, but I feel like Resistance had that more like, they used to drop hints about Resistance and never put anything out. I feel like Resistance has a good chance.
That's a cool story too. So there's that. Yeah, that's about all we got for the news, though. Shit,
good
man.
News day.
2-hour long podcast. Let me switch us back to the full cam screen so we can do our closing thoughts, and you can see we only have one boost. But there you go.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. It's okay. You got whatchamacallit tomorrow. You got Figure Friday.
Wait, is that tomorrow?
I'm sorry. And 2 days from now. It's not tomorrow.
God damn, I just had almost like I thought today was Wednesday. It is. Thank God.
Yeah. I'm used to us recording late Thursday. So
yeah. God damn. To be fair, we got a little bit late today, to say the least. But it's not too late. So thank you guys all for hanging out in the chat and chatting along for this long ass episode with so much news and so much good and bad when it comes to games that we've played. We'll get Ant into Redfall sometime soon, maybe on stream. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. I gotta still eat and shower.
I also have to do both of those things. I have a piece of chicken breast that has been thawing since 12 o'clock today on the counter that I need to cook. So I'm gonna go do that. Before I do that, though, you guys can follow us on all of our social media. Save letter B number 4 quitting over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Titty books.
Titty books. Why books?
Adult books.
Oh,
books.
yeah. Comics. Free comic book day this Saturday. If you'd like to come, I'm going to be at Wade's Comic Madness this coming Saturday, maybe as Red Hood. If you'd like to take the time to drive out, there's a good sale. That's a good shop, so check it out. Save before quitting fullyspelled.com for your merch options where you can get that Tita Gang shirt. You can get that Sonic 2 parody logo, Bitch Made, which is coming soon after our in office day. And then also a new show coming soon. So keep an eye out for that. Not anytime soon, but we're in the process of ideating it. Is that the word? Ideation, right?
It's like idealizing, not idealizing.
Yeah, I think it's ideation. I could be wrong. We're thinking about it. We got a name.
Yeah.
And if I say the name, nobody's going to know what the concept of the show is either. But I think how did I say the name? What was it? Save B45?
Yes.
So that it's gonna be
ideation called, is the word you were thinking of.
That's
the formation of ideas and concepts. Sorry, my bad.
Dope. I did it.
Say it again. So that I talked over you.
B45.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a series we're gonna do. It's gonna probably be like highly produced compared to, not that this isn't highly. This is very highly produced. As you can see, there's a boost above my head.
That's how you know.
That's how you know. But it's gonna be a little bit different from stuff we've done before, and a little bit more like official, if that makes sense. We can get it down to brass tacks and do it right.
More professionally done.
Yeah. We'll probably talk about it more on the Patreon once we record that. So if you want to hear about that, join on Patreon, patreon.com/SaveLetterBeNover quitting. 2 extra podcasts a month. One just came out, and then we're gonna talk about this show very, very soon on Patreon to see what we think we can do with it. You guys can give us your ideas and feedback, maybe a better name, because what I came up with is definitely not amazing. So
yeah, it'll grow as the idea comes together.
Yeah,
and we'll figure it out.
So we'll see what happens. But I don't know what else there else is to do. Before you finally eat food at 9:30 at night, make sure you always
save before quitting.
And we will see you guys next week. Same bat time.
We will.
Probably not, actually. It's wrong bat time.
Times always change.
Time's a construct.
It is.
Yeah, that's the stream.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking tired.
Will we have ant bars?
Ant bars mean like protein bars?
Yeah, protein bars.
Fucking bulking season I see over there. Goddamn.
Yo, I've been going hard, man.
I've been going hard in the gym. I feel like it's been every day for you. It seems like from the Instagram stories, it looks like it.
Yo, I told you why I did that, right?
No.
I started posting them on Instagram just so I can hold myself accountable.
Ooh.
So that way, if too many days, it's almost like positive programming in a way. Like if too many days go by and I don't go, at that point, somebody's going to be like, what happened to you? Stopped.
Yeah.
Going to so that way I can kick my own ass a little bit, make myself go, because I got to live up to what I've been putting out.
I feel that entirely. I don't know, man. I keep going to the gym, and I here's the thing. I know that there's changes happening because obviously, if you look at this face compared to the one from like 6 months ago, different. We can all say that. But I'm 100% not happy where I'm at still, and it feels like it's so fucking slow. And I get it. It's a process. Everybody's timeline is different. But Jesus Christ, do I wish shit would just, work a little bit quicker. Just a little bit. Like I'm eating well. I'm working out every 2 days and then take 1 day off. Like that today was my day off. Tomorrow I'm right back at it. Every single time. And I feel the muscles growing. But I don't feel anything else shrinking, if you know what I'm saying.
How you You might have to turn it up. You might hit a you might have hit a plateau.
Yeah, I hope not. That
You
if
might
I
have to,
do,
like, tweak your workout.
I think I might have to. Frankie said my workouts consist of taking care of a 9-month-old and running a house and packing for a move. Yeah, that's a pretty good workout, man. God damn.
Alright, well, then I'm doubly working out because, I'm coming home beat up from the gym, and then there's a baby and everything.
God damn. Take
Um
another snort of pre-workout as you gotta go change a diaper.
Exactly. Ah, let's go. Change this diaper. Uh, that was my next question that CLD brings up. What's your diet like?
It's mainly just high protein food, and I'm also on like a huge calorie deficit, so that sucks ass. So, you know, I think my maintenance I did it this week again because I wanted to double check, but my maintenance calories are around 3,000, which is insane to me. To
Mhm,
like maintain where I'm at currently. And then my what's it called? My lower amount. I went to like one of those calculators and it's like if you lower it by this much in 3 years you'll reach your goal. And I'm like, okay, like I'm not saying like that's
mhm.
bad, but also like that's a bit much, like 3 years to like reach a certain point. So I'm like at I think 1,800 calories a day so far right now.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's also like I'm hungry a lot, and that's just how it
Well,
works.
what do you eat, got a boof a dub if you think I'm about to boof a W, Frankie, that's fucking crazy. Do you eat any fruits and vegetables? Like, any?
Vegetables I don't eat, but I have that bloom shit, which is like a vegetable alternative. So it like gives you all the shit that vegetables give you, but it's like, you know, it's almost like a supplement. Because
Mhm.
I don't fuck with vegetables for a texture thing. Like I'll eat broccoli, but the problem is whenever I go to buy broccoli, my mom buys that fucking bag of like frozen veggies that are like, fucking carrots and
Yeah.
bullshit, and then that shit's gross because she just microwaves it, and I fucking hate that shit. So, and I'd be the asshole that open the bag and then pick out broccoli like a fucking dickhead. So that's that. But
I'm trying to
yeah,
think of what else. Like, you might have to, like, up your, well, that's a good one. CLD said you might have to cut soda.
I wouldn't mind doing that. The only one that I drink is the what's it called, the zero sugar Coke, and I'll maybe have like one every day or every other day, and it's just because
Mhm.
like you can only drink so much water before you're like Jesus Christ, I need something with flavor, you know?
Yo, I think I'm so used to drinking water, I drink that almost exclusively.
Damn.
Like, I mean, obviously, like, I'm gonna have, like, a juice or something at some point, but,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
if not, I'll just drink water and that's it.
I feel like
Um
I'm in a situation where I don't know about you, but I don't fuck with drinking tap water
mhm,
anymore because it just doesn't taste good. Like it has the taste and it's the not good one in my area at least. So like we have water bottles from Costco and I like looked up like the amount of water you're supposed to drink a day is about a gallon. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's an easy 1 gallon. That's a number that's simple. How many water bottles is that? And I did the math. It's like seven. And I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not drinking 7 water bottles a day, like as of this point. I need to get to that point, but I'm
mhm,
not right now. So that sucks. But I'm gonna
um,
get like one of those filter johns, the jugs that you put in the
yeah.
fridge, and then that'll help me out a little bit.
Drink, up your fiber too.
Oh, I have fiber pills.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Because 'Cause I'm eating, like, it's easy for me to kinda be healthy because, like, if I go to work,
Hmm.
I'm not I pack my shit every day now. Like, I used to just get whatever.
Yeah.
So I literally eat, like, a salad every day because I know I'm gonna work out. So I don't wanna eat heavy during the day because
True.
then my workout's gonna suck.
Plus, with fucking salad, that's the thing that sucks for me. Is like salad would be an amazing thing for me because it's a very volume heavy food. Like
Yeah.
it fills you, but like I don't like it. Like I don't like lettuce in the least bit. If I
I don't even
did,
eat lettuce. I'm eating, like, spinach salad, spinach and chicken.
but I not see. Here's the part where we're gonna get to the first world pro. I don't like the stem of lettuce, or not lettuce of spinach. I don't like the texture of the stem. It's not good. I don't like it. I know it sounds stupid. It is stupid. I know it's stupid, and I have to deal with it. I know it's stupid. I
Okay,
know.
so get one of those things of you can get it from like Walmart, like the organic baby lettuce, and I guess just pull the stems off and make yourself a salad.
Yeah.
Like, and then I just get like I cut up some chicken and then throw that on top, and then I get, I guess, a dressing of choice. I don't even go crazy on the dressing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just get like a fuck like an Asian-y sauce because I like Asian flavored
Mhm.
stuff. So I'll get like a light teriyaki sauce, just make teriyaki chicken salad. It's
Yeah.
just so good.
You know what sucks with salad though? And we had this conversation before when I used to try to get
Mm,
salads when we were recording more in person. I don't like the salad part. And I like the chicken part because the chicken's good. Like you can't fuck up chicken if you make it well.
mhm.
So like I want more chicken on my salads if I were to have one compared to the leaves. But the leaves are supposed to be the main course and then those are supposed to be toppings. But like I want it to be the other way, where it's like a chicken salad that is just a bunch of chicken and then a couple of leaves on top. That's what
Yeah,
my
yeah.
perfect
It's
salad.
not, I mean, I mean, it's high protein, I
It is
guess,
high protein, but
but you need the greens to kind of like that's the fiber. That's the stuff that's gonna work with the chicken to kind of.
yeah,
Plus, it's vegetable protein too. Like there's different kinds of protein. Like you
yeah,
already know, it fucking the rabbit hole goes deep. But
it's a
my
bitch.
typical day is that salad, 2 apples and 2 oranges, and water throughout the day. Then I go work out. Then I come home and I might have a high protein like dinner.
Hmm.
But that's like my Monday through Friday. The weekend though, like I do that all week. Just on
Hmm.
the weekend, I'm like, I'm eating whatever the fuck I want until
I've been
Monday.
doing that recently too.
So 5 days, I'm just being like strict on myself, and then Friday night to Sunday night, I'm just like whatever I feel like eating, I'm going to eat and
Hmm.
drinking. I'm going to drink.
I've been doing that, but like I'll just do like days where I'm like, you know what? It's been X amount of days. Here's my cheat day here. Like it's been fucking 7 days in a row of doing tuna packets and fucking whatever. 'Cause I like tuna. Tuna's good.
Tune is
Um,
fine. Yeah.
but and then I'll just be like, okay, now it's time for Burger King, baby.
I
Because
mean, if you're doing that for 7 days straight, you've earned the Burger King.
yeah, feels like it. But then you eat the Burger King, and you're like, everything that I've done for the past 7 days is ruined. But it's not.
Well, what I've run into is like by the time I can eat whatever I want, I can't eat it like I used to eat it. Like I'll eat some and then be like, I can tell I haven't been eating this for a while.
I feel that. I definitely did. I did that today. Today I had Taco Bell. That was my cheat day because you know
Hmm.
Keith Lee on TikTok, right? The guy who
Yeah.
does like the food reviews. He has like a deal or whatever, like his like shit. So I was like, you know what? I love Keith Lee. Keith Lee's great. I'm gonna support him by getting his thing on Taco Bell because I just wanted it. And like I ate the first thing and I was like, okay, this is pretty good. And then the second thing, which was not a part of the Keith Lee deal, I was like, oh, I usually get this on the side. I'll get it with chicken though. I took a bite into that dude and I was like, I could have saved that $3 because that right there is bad. But
Hmm.
I don't know, man. It's a journey. It's slow.
It is a journey. And like CLD said, everybody's body is different. So everybody's gonna react
Yeah,
to react differently to different shit.
true. Well, that's a hell of a post credit scene if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Also, big muscle groups. Make sure you're working out like your back and your legs. Working out a big muscle group makes you lose weight
Oh yes,
while
I mean
while gaining muscle.
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't do legs often because my
Mhm.
legs are very. It's gonna sound stupid, but like I'm carrying a lot of weight currently, so my
Mhm.
legs are insanely muscular for what they are.
Yeah.
And if I work them out more, it's gonna be like Jesus Christ, dude. So I kind of do those sparingly, but every other day it's back and buys every day, and then it's fucking uh what's it called, chest and tries. That's it. It's just
Mhm.
rotating back and forth between those two every single time. I skip leg day, Frankie, because my legs are fucking freakish. My legs are. I did marching man for too long. My legs fucking got big.
Dude, like do shoulders too.
Oh, I do the what's it called machine where you like go like
Bring
this.
it up like the
Yeah,
yeah.
because I don't like the fucking dumbbells out like that. I don't like that shit. That's
Yo,
annoying.
get a do you guys got the 45-pound like plates that go on like the
Yeah.
take a 45-pound plate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just fucking like lift it like this.
That one and then halos. Ryan used to make me do those when he lived in PA. I fucking hate that shit. You take that same 45 plate and you make a fucking circle around your head
See,
for like a minute plus and then go the
yeah.
opposite direction for another minute. You're dead. You can't wash
It's
your hair. Well, you don't have to worry about that.
I still have to wash my head.
Yeah.
But like I do the 45-pound plates. That's you do 10 of these, then you bring it up and you do 10 straight up,
Yeah.
and then you bring it to the back of your head and you just bring it up 10 times. So it's like one set is 30.
I got 45 plates out in my backyard because Ryan got them for free back in the day. I might just grab a 45 plate and put it in like my office and just, do squats and shit in between work. Because that's my leg day then. My leg day is every day. I just keep hitting squats and then boom. Fucking thunder thighs extreme mode.
Thunder thighs.
Hell yeah.
Calling a man thunder thighs is wild.
There was a dude on TikTok that I used to get all the time. He has like huge thighs, like big dude. And he would slap it and he would fucking put like a thunder sound effect in. We all gotta go to the gym together one day. I'd be down.
I'm fine with that. That'd be fun.
I haven't been able. The thing that sucks the most about my gym is that there's so many people that take up like the benches and the squat racks and the what do they call the upright benches where you use like dumbbells and shit that I can never get one. So I'm exclusively using machines. Not to say that I'm not pushing myself because like I'm every single week I'm going a little bit higher in weight and whatnot and I'm pushing myself to get like to different whatevers.
Yeah.
But like I would love to fucking bench press again, but I cannot. Like I just because I'm also not gonna go walk up to some random fucking Chad with a fucking MAGA hat on and be like, hey bro, can you spot me? Yeah, it's full of them and I hate it. It's the worst. I should have scouted the place before I bought, but I didn't.
I mean, do you need a spot? Well, lift something you don't need a spotter for.
It's not that I don't need a spotter. It's the fact that like I like the security of it because I like to push to failure.
Yeah.
For like most of my workouts when I'm doing it. Like I will do the chest press machine and I will go until I get to
you're
like
fucking
here,
shaking
and
pushing
then
it up.
like, okay, that's it. That's the end of this set. And then the same thing with the flies. That's my favorite one. You start your fucking chest day with the fly machine where you push into the center. The whole day is better. It's so fucking good.
I'm
Get
trying
some
to
tight
think
tits.
I don't want to think about your tight tits.
That's how you get tight tits right there.
I'll remember that.
You know what? We got to get so fucking jacked on this podcast to the point where we're the tightest tits in gaming. And that's a merch option. We'll make that some merch, dude.
We got to get there first. We got to get to the tightest tits in gaming.
We got to just exclusively bench press for the next year.
Man, I got to bench. Lucky I'm not going tomorrow. So by Friday or Saturday, I'm going to go bench. Today I did shoulders. Yesterday I did, 2 days ago, did back and buys. I've been really hitting my back lately. Like doing like the pull down shit.
Flat pull downs are dope. Those are fun.
Man. You feel them shits.
They'll give you the wideness in the shoulders.
Yeah.
Like you go out. I like that. This is a really long post-credit scene. Holy shit.
This has to be our longest episode in a while.
Yeah, 2 hours, 13 minutes right now. God damn. All right, well, it's been a pleasure, y'all. I'm going to go eat because I'm starving.
Same.
I'm sure Ant is as well. So thank you guys for sticking around in the chat. We will hit you guys up. I'll be here on Friday, obviously. Ant, maybe you'll be here Friday, play some Redfall.
No, Friday I'm seeing Guardians.
That is this Friday. Shit. Makes sense. Never mind. Alright.
So